We're here with Keith, Chiefmoon, Blood Tribe. Keith, your first time speaking or even being at the event here in Ottawa, I guess just your initial thoughts of what you're seeing here.
Well, I think it's really important that, with the history of the residential school, with the atrocities that happened to our people, it has to be made known and it has to be shared with all the whoever is listening and whoever's there to, because as far as we went through, I call it genocide. And the thing is that Sir John A. Macdonald, he did his best to annihilate us, but we're still here. We survived and we're still here. We're not going no place. And the other thing that I really want to share with this being here, and it's gate. See, we still speak our language. I still speak my language, even though I went through going through all the atrocities of at the residential school, and the nuns calling me. I didn't realize what the word was, but during the nuns that came to the classroom, they called me Chien, and I had no idea what that was. After I talked to somebody, then they said, and I understood that, what it meant. And so all this time, this is what they were telling me. So what they did to us is very, it's very, again, I'm just kind of rattled that they haven't, they talk about all these, laying charges of criminal, that the genocide and all that, the Geneva Act, I think that's what, some place in Europe where they can, so that Canada hasn't been subjected to those, what they did to us. And again, it's not, we're here, we're not going no place, and what they did to us, they stole our lands and everything else. And so we're here, and we still work with them. And because of the fact that who we are as needs, we're willing to, even though they did everything to us to annihilate us, but we still want to work for humanity reasons. The Creator put us here to have that, to work with humanity reasons. So that's some of the things that I want to share, that even though they did for forgiveness, I know it's really hard for me to say, but we're just leaving in the hands of the Creator. We tell them this is what they did to us, leave it in your hands. So that's the impact it has. So speaking here, just want to share that Senator Murray Sinclair, when he did the Osborne inquiry in Manitoba, he said, one of the recommendations that he said, if you see something wrong, you have to say something. If you don't, you're part of the problem. So I'm here to share whatever little information I have.
Well, Keith, we're looking forward to your speaking here later today in your own language, in Blackfoot.
Yes.
What do we do to, keep the momentum from this day moving forward when the orange shirts come off tomorrow?
Well, I think the awareness is really important. I think the Canadians, they still have to realize that everybody talks about that Canada is one of the, I guess you'd say, one of the elite leaders in humanity, taking care, and they have to look at the history. So hopefully this creates an awareness. Like for example, the current leader of the Conservative Party, he's in denial of all this. So he needs to be educated. He needs to know what took place. And again, it was the same political party that initiated this with John A. Macdonald in the Conservative. So the Conservative is still out there. So hopefully we can start to realize, like I said, we're not going no place. We're still willing to work with what they did to us, and we want to move forward in a good way. Like in our daily prayers, we always ask for, we call it sukha, goodness, so that we realize they've done, like that's part of our teachings, our values, our customs, is to forgiveness, and that's what we're trying to do with society, Canadian society, that we're here.
Keith, as I mentioned, you're going to be delivering your speech here, not only to the audience here, but a national audience in Blackfoot. How important is that for you?
Well, the whole thing, that the impact of what the language is, that one of the first things that Sir John A. Macdonald, what he did was for us to lose our language. And so And that's why it's important for us to still speak in our language, because that's who we are. The Creator gave us this language, so it's important that we haven't lost it. We might have misplaced it, but we still speak the language. So that's the idea, is that we are. Meaning we still speak the language.
Awesome stuff, Keith. Really appreciate you taking some time for us here, and wish you all the best and all the luck up there with your speech. Keith Chiefmoon, residential school survivor from Treaty 7 Blood Tribe, speaking here later this afternoon.